Hey, welcome folks to Mollybomb Field here. St. Charles Saints come into town tonight here for a matchup. A little earlier setup for us tonight with the rain or supposed rain coming here. We are going to get this thing underway at 4:30 as opposed to the usual start time of 5 o'clock. So, without further ado here, St. Charles steps to the plate here. Their lineup here, Connor Marquardt, right fielder, is going to lead things off for St. Charles. Andrew Eichhoff on the mound for the Gophers. First pitch delivery hit to center field by Marquardt. Marquardt hustling there, carrying a little bit more here. Back to make the catch, though, is Kason Johnson. He's in the outfield today. He's been spending a lot of time behind the plate, however. But today he's going to get the start in center field. Raymaker behind the plate for the Gophers. Now at the plate here, Kate Delger. Deliver a little off speed. Took a lot off that one. Missed inside. A 1-0 to Delger. Andrew Eichhoff to deliver. Good pitch there inside under the glove of Sean Kirshner over there at Delger's going to round hard and dig for second base. Throw is wide. Delger, however, is off the bag, and he just makes it back. Pacey Ferguson just about got him with the tag. So Delger just barely overran that bag and lost his footing for a split second, but back without an issue. So Delger now at second base. Ball got into the left field, and Coulter Meleander's out there. Just kind of skipped up in his glove a bit and wasn't able to make it quite cleanly. So we've got a runner at second base with one down. Up at the plate, number 3 batter, Evan O'Brien. Ooh, just a little low here. Looked pretty good. Eichhoff, 1-0 is the count to O'Brien. Looks to deal. Oh, just out. Good offering there. I like it. Gophers looking for their first win here. St. Charles comes in here. They've got, I believe, 1 or 2 wins on the year. And that is going to be down in the register. 3-0 count from Eichhoff. So Andrew Eichhoff here just trying to find the zone here at this at-bat. From the stretch, and it is a strike on the outside half. Good pitch there. 3-1, hitter's delight here for O'Brien. Deep breath, steps into the box. Eichhoff to deal. Comes inside, nice hard hit ball on the line to center field. Kason fields it cleanly, hits the cut. Jackson Brown will cut that. And we've got runners on the corners. Nice hit there from Evan O'Brien. Eichhoff got himself into that situation there that 3-1. Came back with a 3-0 count and was able to get a strike, but then had to deal. Didn't want to give him any free passes. So, runners at first and third, and we'll see if we've got a little double steal action going. Eichhoff, the left-handed pitcher. Hopefully we'll be able to kind of keep him in check over there at first base. Braden Williamson steps to the plate. And that'll be just down. Took a little something off of that. Let me double check here. That could be pitch, big cut. Change comes in there. Good mix up there from Andrew Eichhoff. And runner was off with the pitch. It's going to be fouled off there. And Eichhoff will go up 1-2 in this count. Williamson at the plate still. A little extra time getting into the box. Coach McCready might have some something up his sleeve. Runner still at first and third with one down. Eichhoff to deliver. Oh, slow bender. Woo, glad he got him on that. Just kind of froze him with that pitch. Good pitch there from Andrew Eichhoff for the second out of this inning. That'll bring up Tommy Kozak. Kozak will be at third base for the Saints today. Eichhoff takes another peek over at first base. Delivers, runner goes. And ball's going to get away from Raymaker. Runner will advance to second base. He was off with a pretty good jump, so I don't know that he was going to get him anyway. Nonetheless, we've got runners in scoring position at second and third for the Saints, and they are threatening here with 2 outs. Eichhoff down 1-0 in this count. And that one's going to be down as well. It looked like kind of tailed off the mound just a bit. 2-0. Kozak up 2-0 in this count. Still working from the stretch. And takes a little something off and tails away to the outside half. First strike in there. 2-1 count to Kozak. 2 down here. Top of 1. Gopher started a little early at 4:30 instead of 5, trying to get out of here before this weather hits us. Eichhoff induces a ground ball. Sam Carrier over to first base to Jackson Bernard, and the damage is averted. So, 2 hits, no runs, no errors, and we go to the bottom of the first inning, and the Gophers will be up to bat when we return. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here from Molly Baum Field. Well, after a couple of hits and St. Charles advancing runners to second and third in the top of the first inning, they get out of here with no runs on the board. So Ryan Eichhoff will step to the mound, or actually to the plate rather, for the Gophers. Pitch is outside. 1-0 here to Ryan Eichhoff. 2-0. Ethan Chelmowski on the mound. That one will stay out. 3-0 count here. Chelmowski to deliver 3-0 to Ryan Eichhoff. That one will catch the black. And 3-1 count. Still a header's count here for Ryan. Looking to stretch. That one will come on the inside, just inside. Not too bad of a pitch there. Chelmowski, left-hander. First walk of the ball game. So, Kason Johnson steps to the plate. He's in center field tonight. Chelmowski, we'll see what kind of move he's got over there to first base. Good hard hit ball up the middle, and it's going to slot in there. Ryan had to stop for just a second. It was just had enough air under it. Just wanted to make sure that second baseman wasn't going to get to it. So Gopher start off with a couple of runners on base here, first and second. And Sean Kirshner steps to the plate. I'm going to get this right one of these times here. He's going to step to the plate as opposed to the mound. So I want to say a big old hello to Chris Dornack, who is over in St. Charles tonight watching the Flynn Meister. A little meeting on the mound here for the Saints, Chelmowski and Briggs Dorman. Gonna have a little talk. Gonna take a look at it. And good tail off there. Nice pitch, kind of tailed back on the inside. So 0-1 to Sean. Nobody down. Bottom of one. Gophers with the runners on first and second. Shawnee going to pull that one down the line. Just foul. 0-2 count. Chelmowski working ahead on this batter. So Kirshner looking to extend this count. Gophers would love to get at least one on the board, scratch one across, and go up first in this encounter. Hey, that's going to catch it. Gassed it up a little bit, hit the outside, and a strikeout for Chelmowski. That'll bring up Voltze. Caden Voltz to the plate for Chatfield. Just one down, runners on first and second. Delivers, hits the outside, cut there, strike one. And that one's going to get away from Dorman. Runners move up to second and third. Ryan Eichhoff, as usual, is going to take a little round and take a peek. One and one. Counts evened up here to Caden Voltz. Steps out, takes a sign. Up the middle, and that'll bring in a run. Base knock. Kayson's going to get waved around. Throw coming. He's going to get cut off at second base. Gophers go up 2-zip. Couple of RBIs there for Mr. Caden Voltz. Nice little shot up the middle. And Caden on first base. So, couple of hits here for the Gophers along with the walk. Puts them up 2-zip. Old slamming Sammy Carrier is going to be up to the plate for the Gophers. Caden Bolts over at first base. Jamalski checks him. Comes to Sammy. That one will tail out. Up 1-0 in the count. Ooh, that'll be just down. Jamalski's right on that zone. 2-0 to Sam Carrier. Volts, nominal lead over there at first. Good cut there from Sammy. That one tailed away from him. Hit the outside. Jamalski's got that good little tail on that ball. 2-1 here to Sam Carrier. Delivers up high, 3-1. Hitters count here for Sammy. 2 runs have already scored here for the Gophers. Just one down in the bottom of the first. Caden Bolts over on first base. Comes with it. Nice shot between short and third for Sam Carrier. So, runners on first and second once again here for the Gophers. God, nice piece of hitting there by Sammy. That will bring up Pacey Ferguson. No hold at first base there. Sammy's going to take a little liberty. Good leave up there, Pacey. 1-0. Good cut at that one. Little different delivery there. Jamalski kind of mixes it up and gets that real quick leg kick and comes hard and fast to the plate. 1-1. Pacey's going to get that one to center field, and Volte goes back to tag, and he'll stay home at second base. 2 down here. That'll bring up Jackson Bernard. Jackson can't get one down that line. Bring Volte. Whoa, and that's going to hit him. Tailed inside. That will bring to the plate Mr. Andrew Eichhoff, pitcher on record of the day. So bases are juiced with Gophers. So Andrew Eichhoff steps to the mound, or plate. I'm going to get that right yet. Good pitch on the inside half. A little more juice on that one from Jamalski. And that's going to get the inside half. Good pitch from him. So protect mode here for Andrew Eichhoff. Down 0-2 in the count. Jamalski. It's going to take kind of a wild hop there, but it's going to be a 4-3 putout to end the threat. However, Gophers will draw first blood in this one. Couple of hits, or actually 3 hits, and 2 runs. Just 1 strikeout there in that first inning. So good productive at bats for the most part here for the Gophers. And they are up 2-0 after 1 inning. We'll be back with the top of the second right after this. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Well, here we are, Mollyball Field. Andy O'Connor along with you. And the Gophers scored a couple here in the bottom of the first to go up 2-0. St. Charles, top of the second inning, will be led off by catcher Briggs Dorman. Andrew Eichhoff, 2 deal. And a little bit off speed. Gotta like it. Here we go, up 0-1 in this count. Offering from Eichhoff in the windup. And on the inside, and Dorman pulls that one foul just like that. Up 0-2 in this count. So Andrew here can get a little funny with what he's got going on. Dorman ready in the box. Eichhoff can hit a little bender there. Sean Kirchner over at third base. Good dig out there by Jackson Bernard. One hopper over there, and Jackson snags it on the hop. So a 5-3 put out just like that for 1 down in the top of the second. Braden Mueller, designated hitter for the Saints, steps to the plate. Important here for Eichhoff just to get some good, productive, quick innings. Mueller fouls that one off. One-0 count, or 0-1 count rather. Flags blowing slightly out to center field. And ground ball to shortstop. Sam Carrier gobbles that up. Throw over to first base to Bernard and a 6-3 put out. So just like that, couple down here in the top of the second inning. So Brock Bush comes to the plate, left fielder for the Saints this afternoon. Eichhoff will come inside, ball 1. Delivery from Eichhoff. And it's going to be up in the register. Bush went after that one. 1-1 is count, evened up here. Andrew Eichhoff settling in the second inning. Couple of base runners left stranded in the first for the Saints. Eichhoff to deliver. Ooh, little bender stayed just up. Good location, 2-1. Delivery from Eichhoff. Little change, took quite a bit off of that one. Evens the count at 2 apiece. 2-2 to Brock Bush. Payoff here. It'd be nice to have the old snapper mow him down inning. Get out of here quickly for the Gophers and back to the plate. Eichhoff takes a sign. And he's going to get that. It's going to roll to the backstop, however. And Raymaker's going to have to eat that one. First base runner here in this second inning. So 2 down, runner on first base, and Brock Bush. Cade Manley, the second baseman, steps to the plate. Left-handed hitter. I like that pick move there before he even steps on the rubber. Keeping him honest over there. Bush back. Just a couple steps for him. Eichhoff, must have been down in the register. Pretty good looking pitch. Want to know to Manley. And that one will stay inside. It'll get away from Raymaker. Manley sitting with a 2-0 count. Eichhoff, after getting the first two batters quickly here, ran into a little bit of issue here. He's going to go to the stretch, or he's been in the stretch rather. Lefty at the plate in Manley. That one will be in there for a strike. So 2-1 count to Manley. Standard depth here for the Gophers. That one's going to be popped to the left side. Sean Kirshner goes into foul territory and grabs that one. Well, just about a mow him down inning. We will call him a trim him down inning on that one. Backwards K there, and a pass ball gets Brock Bush to first base. So the only base runner here left on base. So no hits, no runs, one error in the top of the second inning for the Gophers. Chomowski back in the mound for St. Charles. We will come back with the Gophers in the bottom of the second right after this. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here at Molly Baum Field. Gophers lead this one 2-0. Bottom of the second inning with St. Charles. Coulter Melander comes to the plate. That one's going to stay inside. Melander having himself a good start to the season. Got a nice left-handed swing. Goes up in this count 1-0. Chomowski to deliver. And that one's going to be hit up the middle, be taken by the shortstop. Quick throw over, good play. Melander gets down the line well. However, 6-3 putout to get the first out here of the bottom of the second. We will go back to the top of the order. And Ryan Eichhoff, one down here, bottom of two. Gophers Saints started a little early to get things going before the weather, hopefully. Ryan Eichhoff lets that one go. Walked his first at bat. 1-0. Ball two. 2-0 here to Ryan Eichhoff. And that one will stay up and tail just a bit. Chomowski tried to gas it up a little bit more and just kind of stayed up on him. Eichhoff 3-0 count. Going to be taken. And that's going to stay up in the zone. Ryan Eichhoff, all he does is get on base here, he says. In his second walk of the game, Kason Johnson. Base hit the first time up. Ryan Eichhoff, good wheels over at first base. We'll see. He's going to take a look. Go a little hit and run on. Good call. Strike one. Good pitch to hit there, and Kason was trying to push that over to the right side. Not so sure Ryan doesn't take off anyway. So 0-1. Kason Johnson base knock up the middle. He and Ryan scored in the first inning. Gophers ahead, and that one's going to stay up. 1-1, evens up the count. Jason Johnson at the plate. Sean Kirchner on deck. And that one's going to hit the outside half. So 1-2 from Chelmowski. Good battle here going on with Kaysen. Everyone looking in for signs. Coach Baum is done with the progression. Chelmowski sets. And he's going to go. Ball's going to be in the dirt, so a good pitch to, Ryan had a really nice jump, so I think he would have gotten there. So at second base is Ryan Eichhoff. 2-2 is the count to Kaysen Johnson. 2-zip here in the bottom of the second inning. Gophers up on the Saints. Ryan, pretty good lead over there at second base. Oh, ho, ho. Well, nice little tail, and that's going to push it to a full count. Payoff pitch upcoming from Chelmowski. Not a bad pitch, pretty close. Oh, and he's going to get knocked doubled up at second base. Hard hit ball from Kaysen. Nothing you knew about that. Ryan got off the bag just a little too far. And we go to, after base on balls here, no runs, no hits, no errors in the bottom of the second inning. We will be back with the Saints, top of their order in the top of the third inning. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here at Molly Baum Field. Gophers lead this one 2-0 after 2 complete innings. Top of the order here for the St. Charles Saints, Connor Marquardt. Andrew Eichhoff on the mound. He will deliver low. Marquardt squared to bunt. Ball 1, 1-0 to him. Marquardt flew out to left field his first at bat. It's going to be inside. And the Saints in the top of the third inning have a base runner. So nobody down, and Marquardt at first base. Cade Delger steps to the plate for St. Charles. Take a quick look over there at Marquardt. Looks like he got him kind of on the back of the leg, so probably no real damage. Got a lead off to the cut already here. Eichhoff takes the peek over there. Change down low. 1-0 to Delger. O'Brien sitting on deck, number 3 batter. He had a hit his last at bat in the first. That one's going to stay down and out. 2-0. Wyckoff to deal with the 2-0 count to Delger. Going to throw over to first base. He is going to be safe. Marquardt, just the way he's leading off, probably does have decent speed. So he's already to the cut. He gets back. And if you get a little dirty, then you're out far enough. Ooh, Delger's going to hit 1-2 left center field. Kason Johnson on his horse. That is going to drop. He will hit the cut. Sammy Carey will bring that down. Runners on second and third. Hard hit ball from Delger. Nobody down, and the Saints threatening here in the top of the third inning. So 2 for 2 for Delger on the day. Dare I say he would like to hit the cycle. We've got wind blowing out. Gophers have other ideas, obviously. Wyckoff deals to O'Brien. And O'Brien's going to cut that off to the right side, and it will be out of play over into the Saints faithful. Good to see Scott McCready in town. 0-1 here to O'Brien. Had a base knock last time up. Going to hit it to the right side, and Pacey's going to go to first. And O'Brien did his job over there. He's going to push that run across. So 2-1 here in this ball game. Delger moves up, and it's going to be a 4-3 putout for O'Brien. One down in the top of the third inning. Sun trying to come out here at Mollybaum Field. Braden Williams comes back to the plate. Delger over on third base. Wyckoff, slow bender in there for a strike. Good pitch. Going to go on the inside once again, and that one's going to hop up on Sean Kirshner. And second run of the ball game will score for the Saints. So Braden Williams. Or Williamson, I'm sorry, Braden. Base hit and an RBI for him. So 2-all. Things are knotted up here at Mollybaum Field. That'll bring up Tommy Kozak, third baseman today. That one just kind of got up on Shawnee over his glove over at third base. Whoo! Inside. Kozak takes that. Good pitch. One strike to Kozak. Williamson staying pretty close over there. Oh, just over the head of Jackson Bernard. Good piece of hitting. And runners at first and second here. Force on at all bags here. We'll see if we can't spin one up, rather. I'll bring up catcher Briggs Dorman. One down. 2 runs across for the Saints here. Kozak and Williamson on the bags. Well, that one's going to stay down. Went with that bender again. 1-0 to Dorman. That one will stay in. 2-0. Outfield, pretty much mid-depth, a little deeper in with Meleander out in left field. Dorman likes to pull the ball. I'm just surmising from a couple of swings he's taken earlier. Oh, yeah, daddy hack there. He liked that. So 2-1 to Dorman. Good cut from him. Just enough tail on that one from Andrew Eichhoff, I think. Just fouled that straight back. Eichhoff sets. Takes another look, delivers. It's going to be outside. 3-1 hitters count here for Dorman. He's going to come right down Main Street. And he's going to push this one into a full count. Briggs Dorman, catcher for St. Charles, at the plate now. Runners on first and second. 5-3 put out here for Dorman. Like to see him hit a ground ball in the infield. See if we can't spin one up to get out of this. And that one is going to stay up, and it'll load the bases. Eichhoff steps off, readjusts his hat, walk to Dorman. Bases are loaded. And we've got a runner for Dorman, who is the catcher today. It's Crosby Cobes, number 10. And that ball is going to be popped to the right side. Jackson Bernard over there turns his back to the field and makes the play, gets it back in. So a pop over there to the right side is going to get the second out here for the Gophers. Mueller was at bat there. Brock Bush here, reached base here on a passed ball in his first at bat, just last inning. Eichhoff delivers, and right down Main Street. Big cut there from Bush. Strike one. Work ahead. Good job there, Andrew. Delivers, hard shot between third and short, and ball just skips under the glove, and 2 runs are gonna score. So a base knock over there. We'll push Cobes, who is running for Dorman, over to second base, and Brock Bush with a base knock and a couple of RBIs. So 4-2 in favor of the St. Charles Saints. Cobes and Bush on the bags at first and second. Eichhoff back into the stretch. Delivers. Strike one on the inside half. Manley at the plate. 0-1 to him. And fly ball shallow, well, actually right at Cason Johnson, and he moved just a tad to his left to get the third out there. So F7 to end the threat from the Saints. However, they bat through the lineup and they go up 4-2 in the top of the third inning. Gophers will come back with Sean Kirshner, Caden Volts, and Sam Carrier when we return. There we go. And do a little audio job for you. 1-1, even up the count here from Chelmowski to Sean Kirshner. Kirshner, big cut on that one, up maybe just a little bit in the register. 1-2 in favor of Chelmowski. After a couple more, actually 4 runs for the St. Charles Saints in the top of the third inning, Gophers down 4-2 now. Woo, good bender. Nice mixed pitch there for Chelmowski. Evens up the count, 2-2. Sean Kirshner at the plate. And he's going to get him on that curveball. First out, bottom of the third inning. That'll bring to the plate Caden Volts, and Caden Volts had a hit up the middle for a base knock. Brought a couple around on that one. Like Caden was using, I want to say, Louisville Slugger prior. It might have been a 2-piece. And he is back now to a little different bat, 2-piece composite. I want to say it's a Rawlings Icon. 1-0, 2 volts. He tags that one. Hard hit ball. It's going to get to the fence, and Voltsy going to work his way around for a double. Let's go, Caden Volts. Come on, baby. Nice knock there from Caden. He is 2 for 2 on the day. Carried that one out to left center field, and a double for Caden Volts. That'll bring up slamming Sammy Carrier to the plate. 1 down here in the bottom of the third inning. Saints have gone up in this one 4-2. Sammy, that one will stay down and away. 1-0 to him. Chelmowski to deliver. That one will be down, just in as well, but 2-0 to Sam Carrier. Stark contrast in weather to what we had. Sammy's going to hit it to the shortstop. Little backhand. Voltsy's going to take off, be tagged over at third base. Six-5 on the putout there. 2 down. Sam will be at first base with a fielder's choice. That will bring to the plate Pacey Ferguson. Pacey flew out first at bat. 2 down, bottom of 3. 4-2 in favor of the Saints. Good cut, Pacey. Good cut. Jackson Bernard on deck. Goes and gets that one. Mr. Broadwater behind the plate for us. Tails away and down. Dorman, good stop there. 1-1 evens up the count to Pacey Ferguson. One's a little on the outside half, but a good cut here from Pacey. 1-2 to him. Jackson keeping fresh over there, running after balls. 2 down, bottom of 3. Oh, and that one behind him. Sam Carrier will stay home over at first base. Even the count, 2-2 to Pacey Ferguson. Look over to first base. Once again, Pacey's going to flare that one over to second base. 4-3 putout, however. After a double here from Caden Volts, Gophers strand one on base. 4-3 put out to end that threat. No runs in the bottom of the third inning. The Saints will come back with the top of their order: Connor Marquardt, Cade Delger, and Evan O'Brien when we return. Welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here at Mollybaum Field. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Action moving right along here in this ball game. Saints will bring up the top of the order. Connor Marquardt hit by a pitch last at bat and scored. They got 4 in the third inning to go ahead 4-2 on the Gophers. Eichhoff outside, but called a strike. 0-1 count. Marquardt 0 for 1 on the day. Hit by pitch is second at bat. He is going to knock that one over. Foul on the left field line. 0-2 to Marquardt. Eichhoff to deliver. I'm assuming some off speed to him. And he does. Takes a little something off it and goes on the outside half. Strikeout here for Andrew Eichhoff. First out of the top of the fourth inning. That'll bring up Cade Delger. Delger with a hard hit double his last at bat. He had a single in his first at bat. So 2 for 2 for Delger today. Off-speed offering is in there on the outside half for a strike. Outfielders take a little step back. Meliander pretty deep over there in left field. Over to the left side, gets under the glove of Sean Kirshner. Fielded cleanly. And 3 for 3 on the day for Delger. Couple of singles and a double for him. That will bring up the number 3 batter, shortstop Evan O'Brien. Base hit in the first inning for O'Brien. 4-3 put out here, his last at bat in the third inning. 1 runner on, 1 down. And he is going to knock one to center field. Just keeps rising, but oh, Kaysen, good job hunting that one down. That's one of those that just kind of stayed on a rope. Good hard hit ball. Can't do anything about that for O'Brien. That was a good shot. So 2 down. That'll bring up Braden Williamson. Williamson with a strikeout his first at bat and a base hit, and he scored in the third inning. So 2 down. Delger over at first base, and the ball's going to get by Jackson Bernard. And he's going to round and take a look. He's going to try to get to third base. Delger's going to stop. So Eichhoff with the throw over there kind of got away from him. Someone yelled good hustle there on the bench, and I agree. Meliander backing up that throw on the third base line just in case it got by. Eichhoff delivers, high fly ball to center field. Kason Johnson ranges back. Good hard hit ball, but that is the third out of the top of the fourth inning for them. So one runner stranded at second base after a base hit from Delger. And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning with the Gophers up to bat. Jackson Bernard, Andrew Eichhoff, and Coulter Meliander up next when we return. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here at Mollybaum Field. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Gophers trailing 4-2 in this one after 4 runs in the third inning. From the St. Charles Saints, stepping to the plate is Jackson Bernard. He was hit by a pitch, his first at bat. And Chomowski comes inside on him here, 1-0. See if Gophers can't get a little home cooking going on. That one's going to come on the inside half. Good pitch from Chomowski. 1-1 to Jackson Bernard. Took a lot off that one. Slow bender off the plate. 2-1 to Jackson Bernard. Chomowski sets, delivers. Down Main Street. 2-2 here to Jackson. Good pitch. And that curveball kind of hangs on there and it breaks late. Good break on that. He's going to get him down, swinging, first out of the bottom of the fourth inning. That'll bring up Andrew Eichhoff. 4-3 put out in his first at bat. Chomowski a little rough here in the first inning, but has settled in the last couple. Eichhoff squares to bunt, and that's going to catch the outside. 0-1 to Andrew Eichhoff. Squares again, and that's going to be a fair ball. Andrew Eichhoff down the line, and throw's going to get there in time. Brick Dorman. Good job hopping up out of that stance. 2-3 put out for the second out of the fourth inning. That'll bring up Coulter Meliander. 6-3 put out. His first at bat. O'Brien with a couple of crafty plays over there at shortstop. Got pretty good range. And that one's he's going to get to O'Brien once again. He's going to charge and make the play. Just got over Chomowski's head. Kind of a knuckleball off the hands. And a snapper mow him down inning for the St. Charles Saints. No runs, no hits, no errors in the bottom of the fourth for the Gophers. We go to the top of the fifth. We'll bring up Tommy Kozak, Briggs Dorman, and Braden Mueller for the Saints. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here at Mollybaum Field. A little matchup got started early at 4:30 today to beat this weather. St. Charles leads this one 4-2 after plating 4 runs in the third inning. Tommy Kozak will come to the plate for the Saints. Kozak with a base shot here the last time at bat. Andrew Reichoff on the mound for the Gophers. That'll come inside. Ball 1. Reichoff looks in. 1-0 is the count to Kozak. Going to come inside again, about the same spot. 2-0 from Reichoff to Kozak. Just kind of fell down, or fell across himself just a bit. Just got to come to the plate. Get yourself a strike. That one's going to be in there. Sean Kirchner fields it and pops out of his glove, kind of hit off the heel of it, and it is going to be the first base runner here for the Saints. Nobody down. Top of the 5th inning. Saints lead this one 4-2. That'll bring up Briggs Dorman to the plate, catcher for the St. Charles Saints. He walked his last at bat. Reichoff going to take a look over there. Kozak. Dorman squares the bunt, pulls it back. That's going to be a ball down. 1-0 to him. Another look over to first for Reichoff. Squares again. Not too bad of a pitch to bunt on, just on the inside half. Couldn't get it down. Fouls it off. 1-1 to Dorman. It's like Coach McCready wants to push some runners around and scratch a couple of runs across. A little small ball. Dorman, 1-1, evens up the count. He'll square again and can't get that one down. Fouled off to the fence. 1-2 to Briggs Dorman. Kozak over at first base. Delivers, hard shot over to Sean Kirchner, who'll go to second, and not in time over to first base. Got the lead runner. Both runners are out. They're going to call runner interference on Kozak. .64 put out for that. And Dorman will be out as well because of the interference call. So just like that, with a base runner at first, nobody on now. 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. Ike off to deliver to Mueller. Going to catch the inside. 0-1 to him. Mueller popped out to Jackson Bernard his last at bat. Had a 6-3 put out in his first at bat tonight. Eichhoff up 0-1. Delivers just down in the zone. 1-1. Top of 5. Eichhoff to deliver. And hard hit ball at Sam Carrier, and it gets by him. Fielded in center field by Kason Johnson into the cut. So base runner Braden Mueller with a hard hit ball. Kind of caught Sammy in between. I don't know if he's going to catch it on the short hop or in the air. So Mueller over at first base. That'll bring up Brock Bush. Brock Bush base knock, his last at bat. He's been on base twice today. That one's on the inside half. Strike 1. Start ahead. Get ahead. Stay ahead here, Mr. Eichhoff. 2 down. Top of 5. Gophers are down 4-2 in this one. One more look, and that's going to be down. And Mueller's going to get over to second base, kind of squirreled away from Raymaker back there. Going to be 1-1, evens the count up to Brock Bush. Eichhoff working from the stretch. Takes one more peek back at Mueller. Delivers up in the zone just a tad, but he's going to take a hack at it. 1-2 to Brock Bush. Eichhoff to deliver. And he's going to get the strikeout and end the threat. So, nothing here in the top of the 5th inning for the Saints. After threatening with a couple guys on base, but an interference call gets 2 out here for them on the attempted double play. He got him at second base. It kind of went at him at second. So, it's going to be a strikeout to end the threat here of Brock Bush. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Gophers will bring up the top of the order. Ryan Eichhoff, Kason Johnson, and Sean Kirchner will be right back. Welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here at Molly Baum Field in beautiful Chatfield, Minnesota. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Gophers down 4-2 in this contest with the St. Charles Saints. Bring Ryan Eichhoff back to the plate for Chatfield. He walked both at bats. Scored in the first. Gophers jumped out quickly 2-0 in the first inning, but St. Charles countered with 4 runs in the 3rd inning of their own. Eichhoff starts off 1-0. Chelmowski. And it's going to be a base knock to right center field, and over there quickly is Marquardt, gets it in. We got ourselves a starter here, and Ryan Eichhoff, we're at first base. Good shot. So runs are obviously at a premium here, so Gophers will be maybe a little cautious on the base paths, or as soon as they say that, Ryan, with good speed over there at first, will probably take off. Kaysen Johnson steps to the plate for the Gophers. Base hit in the first inning. Lined out hard to the second baseman in the second time at bat. That one will tail off to the outside. Ball one. Little contrast here today. We've got ourselves some impending weather, so 70-plus degrees, and a little different from Saturday where we were wearing the old muck boots and a couple of layers. Beautiful baseball weather right now. Slight breeze going out to center field. 2-0 to Kaysen Johnson. Ryan Eichhoff over at first base after that base knock from him. Chelmowski comes over, catches the outside. 2-1 to Kaysen Johnson. Gophers scheduled to go to La Crescent tomorrow. Ooh, that one might get down. It is going to drop. And Ryan Eichhoff will be out at second base. He kind of held up. That one dropped. So it'll be a put out here at second base. Sean Kirchner steps to the plate. Kaysen Johnson, base knock over on first base. Kaysen, a little conservative lead, I guess. Good cut from Shawnee, straight back. 0-1 to him. Sean with a couple of strikeouts today, going to get off of the schneid here at this at bat, I believe. Hit one hard. One down, bottom of 5. Nice breaker. Ooh, that's going to drop in there for a strike. That was a nice little bender there. So Sean just got to hang on in this count. Kaysen over at first base. Going to throw it in the dirt. Kaysen will stay there. Good block from Dorman. 1-2 to Sean Kirchner. Chelmowski sets. Takes another peek over at Kaysen. Kaysen a little bigger lead now. Going to go over to first. Back in plenty of time. 1-2 to Sean Kirchner. Kaysen, good lead. Going to take a little more. He'll take off. Swing and a miss. So he's going to go down on strikes, but Kaysen's going to get to second base. So 2 down, runner in scoring position at second base. Caden Volts has had himself a pretty darn good day at the plate. Single and a double for Caden today. Kaysen at second. Be nice to scratch him across. Caden's going to push it to the right side. It's going to be a 4-3 put out. Put her in play. Good job. 4-3 to end that threat. 3 down. 1 hit, no runs, no errors in the bottom of the 5th inning. We go to the top of the 5th inning. St. Charles will bring up Cade Manley, Connor Marquardt, and Cade Delger to the plate. Gophers down 4-2 going to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here from Mollybaum Field. We go to the top of the 6th inning. St. Charles Saints lead this one 4-2 over our Gophers. Cade Manley, number 9 batter, and the second baseman will step to the plate. Eichhoff still on the mound for Chatfield. He's going to catch the outside. 0-1 to Manley. Eichhoff to deliver. And it's going to be, well, that's going to be kind of an in-between ball. Pacey Ferguson flips over to first base. 4-3 put out to Jackson Bernard. Nice job. That was a bit of a slow roller. Pacey, good job hustling up and getting that one. And we will have Pacey Ferguson step into the mound. Coach Baum is going to make a pitching change into the game. Is Ruskell at second base. We'll see where Eichhoff winds up. Pacey obviously will go to the mound. Andrew Eichhoff will come out. Good performance from him. He had that third inning there that kind of did him in with 4 runs. But overall, pretty good pitching performance here for Andrew Eichhoff on the day. So Pacey Ferguson comes to the mound to relieve Eichhoff in the 6th inning. We will be right back after this. Welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to Pacey Ferguson on the mound. Top of the order for the Saints. Connor Marquardt steps in. One and 0 to him. Pacey comes with the breaker. Well, you've been watching a little Sully video there. That's a nice slow bender from him. Evens up the count at 1 apiece to Marquardt. Pacey to deliver. Right down Main Street. Goes up. 1-2 in this count. Ball hit hard into center, actually left center field. Meliander back to the fence to get that. In quickly to the cut. Good job getting that in. No, Sammy. And a double to lead things off here. Actually, for the first batter for Pacey. So runner at second base and Marquardt. One down, runner at second base in Marquardt. Delger steps to the plate. He is 3 for 3 on the day and has scored once. Pacey, a little slow, just up. 1-0. Delger, big cut on the outside. Evens the count, 1 apiece. 1-1 here to Cade Delger. Delger, couple of singles and a double on the day. Marquardt, good lead at second base. Feint over to second base. Ruskell kind of playing over there. Marquardt, good speed. And I am pretty sure that Coach McCurdy's not too scared to steal third over here. Ooh, that was just down. Pretty good pitch to Delger. 2-1. Good job stepping out and getting that one from Raymaker. 3-1 to Delger. Runner on second base, Marquardt. One down here, top of 6. Game actually moving along pretty darn quickly. We started at 4:30 today. Pacey delivers just inside. So Delger on base all 4 trips today for the Saints. And that'll bring up shortstop Evan O'Brien. Hit one hard up the gut, straight at Kaysen, his last at bat. Nothing you can do about that. Hit her on the nose. One hit on the day for him. Runners on first and second. Delger, good lead being held over there on first. Ooh, O'Brien wanted to take a cut at that. Maybe a little high, but he took a good cut. 0-1. Pace will step off. Back on the mound. Slow bender. 0-2 to O'Brien. Nice pitch. Kind of froze him on the inside. Good bender. Pacey Ferguson takes a peek at second again. Slow bender. And it'll be a pop to the pitcher. And it'll be second out here in the top of the second, or the top of the 6th inning, rather. Fisted him on that. Was up 0-2 in the count. Get ahead, stay ahead. So Braden Williamson comes to the plate for the Saints. 1 for 3 on the day for Williamson. Runners on first and second. 2 down. Saints still up 4-2. Ferguson comes in there. Inside pitch. Williamson yanks it foul. Up 0-1 quickly is Pacey Ferguson. I like to see him throw that bender and just kind of freeze him up. Ooh. A little more gas, stayed on the inside, but up in the zone. 1-1 evens the count. Williamson, pretty good sized ball player. I don't want to give him a whole lot of the plate here. I'm thinking he could probably, just by judging his swings, he likes to pull the ball. And that one cuts across the inside. 1-2 here for Pacey Ferguson on the mound. See if he can't get out of here. Williamson steps in. 2 down, top of 6. Runners on first and second. Pacey Ferguson to deliver. Takes a peek at second. Runners take off, and it's going to be a foul ball. Williamson hung into the count. Good pitch. Bender hit the outside half, and Williamson just had to tap that one foul. Stay alive. Runners on first and second, and we've just got to step on a bag. Pacey up 1-2 in this count. Ooh, he's going to hit that one hard, and that is going to be deep and gone. A 3-run blast for Braden Williamson. Oh, Pace, good job here getting up 1-2 in the count, and maybe hung that just a tad. And that is going to be a 7-2 advantage for the St. Charles Saints. Williamson got that one up into the jet stream, and she was a no-doubter. One hop to the school building. So 2 down and 2 guys on base, and they hit that 3-run bomb, 7-2. So to the plate comes Tommy Kozak. They will appeal third base, and we'll see. And the point is mute there. Kozak, 2 down. Pacey Ferguson to deliver out of the windup. Good shot. Ruskell at second base. Eats it up. Can't get it. It's going to go past the pitcher. And Kozak, or past the first baseman rather, Kozak will stay at first. Ruskell ranged over to get that one. Kind of hopped up into his breadbasket. And now to the plate is catcher Briggs Dorman. Dorman on base here with a hit and a walk. So 1 for 2 for him today. Healthy cut. He's going to foul that one back. 0-1. Seven to 2 now in favor of the Saints. Decent lead over there for Tommy Kozak. Pacey delivers. It's going to be a slow roller to Sam Carrier at shortstop over to first base and just gets him one hopper, and good job gloving that one by Jackson Bernard. Well, the damage is done. A 3-run knocker for Braden Williamson, and that puts the Saints up 7-2. Going to the bottom of the 6th inning, the Gophers will bring up Sam Carrier, Pacey Ferguson, and Jackson Bernard. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here, going to the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-2 in favor of the Saints after the Braden Williamson bomb over to left center field. 3-run shot for him. Brings up slamming Sammy Carrier. Sammy reached on a fielder's choice his last at bat. Chomowski comes with one little off speed down the middle. Sammy out in front of that one. 0-1 to Sam Carrier. Little pop to the left side, and it's going to be caught over in left field. Brock Bush makes the catch, and kind of in the middle of no man's land. Good talk from him, and he and Evan O'Brien over there are just kind of in that little gray area. So 1 down in the bottom of the 6th inning brings up pitcher Pacey Ferguson. That one will stay up. Chomowski tried to gas that one up. 1-0 here to Pacey Ferguson. That one's going to be up the middle. Slow roller. Hops up. 4-3 put out. 2 up, 2 down here for the Gophers in the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring up Jackson Bernard. Bender. Straight up 6 o'clock here. Game has moved along nicely. We're an hour and a half into this thing. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. That one will stay up once again. Chomowski trying to stay up on top of that one. He's down 2-0 in this count. 7-2 in favor of the Saints. I want to stay inside. I don't know if that touched him or not. I don't think so. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and reached, obviously. Struck out his second time up. 3-0 here to Jackson Bernard. Chomowski delivers, and that's going to bounce in front of the plate. 4-pitch walk here for a first runner at the bottom of the 6th inning. Ruskell, who came in a lineup change. Sam Ruskell, that is. Going to hit it to the right side and off the glove and under the second baseman's glove. Runners at first and second. Ruskell put the ball in play. Good things happen, buddy. Good job. Hard hit ball over to first. I am the benevolent scorekeeper. I'm giving him a hit. Coulter Melander will step to the plate, and we'll get a mound visit from Coach Scott McCready. Looks like we're going to make a pitching change. Chomowski will come off. And Braden Mueller, who was a designated hitter for Chomowski, will come in to throw. So runners on first and second. Gophers 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back with more baseball action right after this. Hey, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with you here at Mollybaum Field. Gophers down 7-2. Runners on first and second with 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. Pitching change for the St. Charles Saints. Chomowski, good ball game from him. Give up 2 runs. Pitched pretty darn well. Braden Mueller comes into the ball game for him. He was DHing for Chomowski. So the DH is dropped, and we just got ourselves a pretty much straight lineup. First pitch strike to Melander. That one's going to stay out. Good off speed there from Mueller. Good mix. Melander. Down Main Street. 1-2 here to Coulter. 2 down. Bottom of 6. Melander is going to push that one over to the left side. And Bush comes in to make the catch. Talk with O'Brien at shortstop. So the threat is quelled in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gophers down 7-2. Saints coming up in the top of the 7th with Braden Mueller, Brock Bush, and Cade Manley. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Gopher fans. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Gophers down 7-2 to the St. Charles Saints. Sean Kirchner moves over to first base. Base Ferguson over to third. And in to pitch for the Gophers is Lil Joma, Jackson Bernard. Braden Mueller, pitcher of record now for the Saints, steps to the plate. Bernard to deliver. In front of the plate, ball 1, 1-0. That one's going to stay inside. 2-0 from Bernard. Strike on the inside half. 2-1 here. Bernard in relief. Andrew Rakoff pitched here into the 5 and a third inning. Pacey Ferguson came in relief after that. And now we have Jackson Bernard on the mound for the Gophers. 7-2, 3-1 count here to Mueller. And that'll be just down and in. Walk to Mueller. Brock Bush, left fielder for the Saints, steps into the plate. Man on first, nobody down, top of 7. Bush has reached on an error. He's going to try to lay down a bunt, fouled straight back. Reached on an error first at bat, base knock in the 3rd, and then struck out in the 5th inning. 0-1 quickly here. He squared to bunt, and we'll see if we don't have that same. Yep, he's going to square once again and offer. Outside pitch, tough one to bunt, and goes down 0-2. He's going to square again and pull that one back. Good pitch on the inside. 1-2 count. He'll square again, and it's going to be a foul ball and first out of the inning. That'll bring number 9 batter up, Cade Manley. Runner on first base and Braden Mueller. That one will stay inside. 1-0 to Mueller, or to Manley rather. Mueller's on first base. 7-2 advantage for the Saints. Wind picking up just a little bit. That one's outside. 2-0 from Bernard. And that'll stay up. 3-0. Down Main Street here. 3-1 to the number 9 hitter for the Saints, Cade Manley. Pretty good lead over there at first. And he walks him. We've got a Ruskell going out to center field. Jackson Bernard will come off the mound. Kaysen Johnson will come in to throw. I want to say Kaysen's first, well, maybe not. I haven't seen all the games. We had a couple on the road. Max Ruskell will go out to center field as Kaysen Johnson comes in to throw. Well, runners at first and second with one down in the top of the 7th inning. 7-2 in favor of the St. Charles Saints. Gophers need to put a stop to this one here to get back in and get 5 to at least get this thing going. Got this thing going a little bit early at 4:30 in anticipation of some potential weather, but so far so good. Had a couple of wind gusts pick up a little bit more in the last few minutes, but other than that, not too darn bad. Best temp game we've had so far this year, that's for sure. Couple of warm-up pitches left here for Kaysen Johnson. One down. All you want to do is throw strikes here, put her in place, see what happens. Marquardt, the batter, will come up for the St. Charles Saints. Saints. He has reached base twice today, hit by pitch in the 3rd, and a double his last at bat. So top of the 7th, Gophers down 7-2. One down, runners on first and second. Kaysen comes with a strike. 0-1 to Marquardt. Squares to bunt, and it's going to get past Raymaker. We'll see if he offered at that one. It's going to be 1-1. He did not offer. I didn't know if he had that pulled back or not. So runners move up to second and third. Manley at second, Mueller at third. Kaysen delivered to Marquardt, and he's going to take a cut at that one. One and two to Marquardt. Kaysen up in this count. See if he wants to stay outside. Well, a little bender there. Nice slow breaker. Marquardt gets a piece of it, though. Stays alive. Marquardt hit that one hard. Ruskell back. He will make the catch in center field. However, that's going to score another run for the Saints to make it 8-2. Manley will move up to third base. So Marquardt did his job and brought that run over from third base. Two down, top of 7. That'll bring Delger to the plate. Delger been on base every trip to the plate. That's going to be a pass ball. And they're going to get Manley at the plate. So that'll be the third out of the top of the 7th. Well, Marquardt pushes a run around here to make it 8-2. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Gophers need 6 to play. 8-2 in favor of the Saints. We'll be back with the top of the order for the Chatfield Gophers. Ryan Eichhoff, Kason Johnson, and Sean Kirschner. Welcome back, folks. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Do or die here for the Chatfield Gophers. Down 8-2 now. Bottom of the 7th inning. Ryan Eichhoff, top of the order, steps to the plate. Braden Mueller still on the mound for the Saints. Ryan Eichhoff puts a charge into that one. It is still rolling. Good catch out there, and that is Bush. Wow, that was going to carry a little bit more toward the line than I thought, but good charge into it from Ryan Eichhoff. Good catch from Bush. So 1 down, bottom of the 7th. Bring up Kason Johnson. Mueller. Ball 1 to him. Kirchner on deck. Mueller with the delivery, and that is going to be down and out. 2-0 to Kason Johnson. Get ourselves some base runners, do a little damage here, folks. Ooh, just out. Pretty good pitch. 3-0 Kason Johnson. You got to think he's got a red light here. And that will be a strike. It'll catch the outside. 3-1. Still a hitter's count here for Kason. Wind's kind of shifted. From the west, that's going to be ball 4. A walk for Kason Johnson. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Sean Kirschner steps to the plate for the Gophers. Delivers straight back. Good cut there from Sean. Just a little something off it there. 2 strikes to Sean Kirschner. Runner on first, 1 down. Kason Johnson over there, 1. Sean, good job battling. Gonna foul that one off. Gonna hang in there. Whew. Good eye, good pitch over there. Hey, you're up 0-2 in the count. That's a nice spot over there from Mueller. Off the plate a few inches. Straight back. Good cut. Kaysen Johnson was on the run. So Kaysen back to the bag. Mueller on the mound, 0-2, or actually 1-2 to Sean Kirshner. And he's going to squirrel one over to the left-hand side. And that one's going to get back to the first baseman. Kaysen kind of tripped up when he got back to the bag. So a line out to the third baseman. And Kaysen kind of got off a little far. He got himself back to the bag. 2 down. Caden Volts steps to the plate for the Gophers. 4-3 put out his last at bat, but a single and a double in his first 2 at bats. He's going to push one hard to the right side, flip over to first base, and that'll do it. 4-3 put out to end the threat from the Gophers. Well, here in Chatfield tonight, the St. Charles Saints come into town to take this one 8-2 over the Chatfield Gophers. Gophers on the road tomorrow at La Crescent, and they are back home here on Friday evening versus the Rushford-Peterson Trojans, and I want to say that's another 4:30 start. I will double-check that one as well. Tonight, Gophers, Chalmowski, pretty darn good game on the mound, if I can get those words out. Holds the Gophers to 2 runs. They jump on them right away with a couple. And can't get anything rolling after the fact, though. That was in the second or that first inning. So Gophers drop this one 8-2 to the St. Charles Saints. We'll be back with you on Friday night. Good night, all. Stay safe this evening. We'll see you later.